Good morning and welcome. It is Saturday the 2nd of July. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, first things first, the streak is broken. We had a jackpot tiny win yesterday, but winning is better than losing, which is what we've done for a couple of weeks solid. So yeah, delighted to not have a loss yesterday, to have a win. But the more important thing was it felt like there was stuff going off in all the bets. So that was really, really positive because it felt much more in the right territory. So started July with a small win. It was definitely variable depending on when you put the bets on, because 6 out of 7 horses that framed were shorteners, and some of them did shorten in quite a bit. So yeah, the nearer you put the bets on to the video uploading, the better it was definitely yesterday. So yeah, but it was a good day, so we'll go through that. Today I've got a £30 stake. I've done it as a stake and a half. There's some nice opportunities about, and I was trying to balance volume, quality and complication, and I'm happy with where we've got to. So coming up I've got 5 lucky 15s and 1 win Trixie. So there's 3 lucky 15s in the afternoon and 2 in the evening and a win Trixie in the afternoon, and I've varied the level of stakes. There's no complications on any of the bets, no additional singles or doubles, but what I have done is looked at kind of tiering them, which I've done before, so you get an idea of where I think there's more value in the bet. That is coming up, and then we'll have a word on the tennis and a word on the golf. Before I do the review, the other thing I was going to say is just a big thank you, and I'm going to a big thank you to Rod. So lots of you have come on here recently saying it's all gone badly since you've last placed the bets, and I'm like, don't worry about superstition. Rod messaged yesterday to say he hadn't actually bet on the channel for a week. Did he miss anything? And he was betting again yesterday. So Rod is the lucky charm. So none of you are the bad luck. It's Rod who's lucky charm. So thanks, Rod. Hopefully Rod is betting again today, and we'll all do all right. Okay, review of yesterday. My stats have got it as 20 on, 29.69 back. But I know some of you it will be a little bit less than that. So let's spin through to this first bet. Basically, the first and the last were poor, but the other two did go and win, albeit much shorter. So that was backed into 7-2 from 11-2, and it was bigger the night before. And Maysong was backed into 5-2, and it was bigger the night before. So 2 winners on there, but the earlier you put them on, the better that bet would have been. So that's bet 1. Bet 2, I don't, yeah. Sometimes, as you know, I literally, the horse I put up, all the horse I've got for the day, sometimes I have shortlists, and you'll never see the shortlist, and I'm very unhappy about that bet, but we lost. So Coltrane won the first leg, Dave got beaten, and I'm unhappy about it, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm annoyed at myself. Okay, we'll move on from that one. Bet 3, our 3 sons placed. I think the only thing to flag on that one, it was 4th place. I think it was Sky, Bet365 and maybe Betfair were the only 3 bookies I think paid it. Born Famous then wasn't good. Wouldn't You Agree Non-Runner, and then Bold Emperor won at 11-2, so slightly smaller. Albeit I think I had a 15p rule 4 deduction on that, so I actually got a worse price than the starting price on that one, I think. So a winner, a place and a non-runner on Bet 3. And then Bet 4, this started off well. Welcome in place 4th. 25-1 was the SP, so I'm hoping, because that price did hold at 50s for quite a bit, hoping more of you got on at 50s on Welcoming. And then Takana, that horse is getting binned off right now. That's the 3rd time we've taken it, and it just never even got anywhere close. Rubbish, absolute rubbish. Loudest Whisper then placed, albeit it was backed into like 9-4 favourite, which was ridiculous. And then Fire in the Rain also got up on the line and probably a few more yards, might have even won the race, but 12-1 was the SP, and that was the only one that was a drifter. So we've got a place, small, tiny place double on one half of the bet and a place treble on the other half of the bet. So all in all, it was a good day in terms of we made a small profit, but also we had winners and places across every single bet, which is much better. So today, what have I got? So in terms of the evening ones, they're kind of my lowest ranked value lucky 15s, and in the afternoon is the top three. So this is my third ranked lucky 15 for value. What I would say with all of the lucky 15s today, all five are marginal in favour of Sky. So if you've got the option, I would Sky them. They're not massively Sky, but most of the bets have got one or two legs where Sky have got extra place, and I think it's worth it for some of the bets. So yeah, they are marginally Sky today. There are a few bits and bobs where, you know, next best will either be Bet 365 Paddy or William Hill is not bad for some of these races. So yeah, I'll talk it through. The main race today, though, Sandown by a mile, 3:15 at Haydock, the Old Newton Cup. It's a brilliant race of value. I looked at doing things like some cross, double, treble combinations, and I've left it. I've just kept it straightforward with the lucky 15s. But I have got three horses in that race. I think there's a ton of value to be found in that race. So this bet, 205 Haydock, Percy Jones 12, 308 Naas, Gallo Hill 7s, 315 Haydock, Inchicore 16 to 1, 525 Naas, Rock of Candy 13 to 2. That one is an 18 pence each way lucky 15 if you're doing it exactly the same. I always advise you don't have to do exactly the same stake, but if you want to place the bets, do it in the same way. So if you're doubling it, halving it, whatever it is, I would follow what I'm doing on here because I'm trying to give you a slight indication. There's not massive difference, but it does add up sometimes if I've got these things right. So that is bet 1, 18p each way lucky 15. Bet 2, this is my second ranked lucky 15. 233 Naas, Latin Fury 9s. Then we've got the 3 o'clock Sandown, Fast Attack. Flag on that one. It was 8 runners. It's down to 7. And I was still just happy enough to have it in. But Sky asked 3 places on that race, which I think is a very, very generous. So if you, again, I keep saying it, but if you've got your option today, Sky it. But I would put it on with elsewhere. It is just a bit frustrating because it was definitely better when it was paying 3 places, 8 runners than standard market terms. But I'll take it. Then we've got 315 Haydock, Torricello 50s, definitely worth a go. I've got 50s and the 40s in that race, and I really think that there's some value. So those of you like a bit of a single, the 315 is your race. So 315 Torricello at 50s, and then finishing off this bet, 520 Sandown Beyond Equal 11 to 1. That's a straightforward 20p each way at lucky 15. Then we've got the Win Trixie, marginally better Bet 365 in terms of the value of the price when I've gone and looked at it. So as long as you're getting best price guaranteed on the top 2, that's important. But the best prices were Bet 365 at the point I've done the video. So we've got here leg 1, 240 Haydock, Stay Alert 11 to 2. Then the 335 Sandown, Native Trail 11 to 4, better price on Bet 365. The last leg, if you're on an online book, you do need to scroll down on some of these. The 425 at Chantilly, so that's in France, Zelda, and the price is currently 13 to 8, but I've taken the SP. So I advise taking the SP in France. So 425 in Chantilly, you'll need to scroll right down if you're on an online bookie. If you're doing it in shop, it's nice and straightforward because you can just write it out like that. That is a 60p Win Trixie today. So that's our only win bet of the day. That's bet 3. And then bet 4, the last afternoon bet, and the one that's got the most value by a mile. We're starting off 315 Haydock, Vindalanda. That is my number 1 preference just over Torricello. So it's a slightly smaller price, but I think the value is greater in that price. So Vindalanda 40s. Then we're going 410 at Sandown, Sweet Reward at 11s. 425 Haydock, Zip at 18s. Finishing off the 535 at Bellewstown, Hidden Land at 25 to 1. And that's a slightly higher 22 pence each way lucky 15. When you put this in the bet online particularly, you will notice this has got a much higher return because of the prices as well as the stake. So this is your dreamy bet. Like, this is the one you think, wow, 4 winners on that one, that'll make me here. It's obviously very unlikely looking at the prices, but you never quite know what can happen in this game. So that is bet 4. That's our main bet in terms of stake for the day. And then I've got 2 evening ones, and I've done them both for 16 pence each ways. The first one to bet 5 is just under my normal threshold for what I would do on the channel. So I've left it because basically all top 3 prices have all shortened slightly since I looked at it properly this morning. So it's very marginal because it's below my usual threshold for value. 6 o'clock Nottingham, Your Love Is King 5-2. 7:30 Nottingham, Red Derrick 11-2. 7:50 Carlisle, Dandy's Angel 9s. Finishing off 8:20, we've had it a few times, Strongbow 13-2. 16 pence each way, lucky 15. And then bet 6, last bet of the day, another evening one. 6:20 Carlisle, Spirit in My Soul 9s. 7:10 Bellewstown, Well Joey 6-1. You'll see that's the second horse in the 7:30 Nottingham. I've got 2 in that. Denable 10-1. And the 7:40 Bellewstown Double Jubilee 16s. And that is another 16p each way, lucky 15. That is the full deck today. As most of you know, if you want one horse, I'm not your man. I am Multiple Bets is a betting strategy and staking plan which you can watch, enjoy, follow along, bet with, not bet with. It's entirely up to you. But I'm not about putting one bet on. So that is what it is. That's bet 6. Ready to go. Sorry, I believe there's some crying children in the background. Nightmare when you're trying to do these live videos and then the kids do something. It doesn't sound like a blood-curdling scream, just a upset about falling out of something type of cry. We'll see. So that is a bet 6. That's our full deck of bets for the day. What I would say is on Saturday, normally I don't do much in the evening. I normally kind of leave it for the evening unless it's something particularly good. But the racing's not bad tonight, so much better in the afternoon. But there was some opportunities worth going in. So the way I've kind of stacked it is, if the afternoon goes absolutely terribly, at least we get to 6 o'clock and we've still got two little bets running to see if we've got something else to turn it around. Likewise, we could have an amazing afternoon and it could be just, a free punt in the evening. Who knows? But that is it. And then what have we got to finish? Word on the tennis. It didn't go our way yesterday because Kerber's got knocked out. So we're left with Taylor Fritz being the main man. So we've got him in a lucky 15 and in a single. He's playing today. And then we've got Ostapenko and Jabeur. And we have got Ostapenko and Fritz in our lucky 15 together. So that's the tennis. As far as the golf goes, just checking it. Irish Open, Dale Whitnell started off well this morning, so we wanted to keep pushing. He's up to 6 under, tied 17th at the time of recording. Lawrence is still top South African if you've done that full lucky 15. Kiefer's 4th best German, so we need him to improve a bit today. Van Driel missed the cut. And then over in the John Deere, Ryan Moore and Sam Ryder both pushed on and managed to make the cut. So Sam Ryder's closer. Ryan Moore's closer. We'll see how he goes. And then over in the Live International, Kevin Na, he's 1 under. So he's made a little improvement. So he's got a way to go to be at least third best American. So we'll see. That is the tennis. That's the golf. That was my horses. I think that's it. I'll be back tomorrow. You have a good day. Thanks very much. Cheerio.